Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Horgan Arena. My name is Bryce Oliveira, joined here with my co-commentator,
Paul Vangos. Folks, welcome to Horgan Ice Arena for another exhibition of boys ice hockey. Tonight you have your Auburn Rockets going up against the 1-5-1 North Middlesex Patriots. Bryce, what are we looking to see tonight?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, to break it down for you, Auburn is in a little bit of a slump right now. Auburn is 5-4. Last time you saw us was against Shawsheen, and we took a big loss, 2-6. But the next game we bounced back and we beat Monty Tech 6-0. But then another sad loss against a very close game against Westboro, 3-4. But Paul, Westboro had no Kellen Looney.
That's right. Colin Gaston was starting in net for his first game of the season that night. We can't be for sure because it's only one game. Gaston is getting the nod again here tonight. But that's definitely something to keep our eyes on. Like maybe if he doesn't perform too well, they might make the switch to Looney in the second or third period. I would like to point out as well, North Middlesex tied with Westboro. Can you give us some more on that?
Yeah, very close game. It was 2-2, I believe, against Westboro. But, you know, never for hockey, it can be tough. You know, North Middlesex could be playing in a little harder division. As we said, 1-5-1, losing to Dover, Shannonborough, Marlboro, Algonquin, Neshoba, Acton, Bachborough. But so obviously they've had a really tough schedule, but that can't determine their talent. So as going, look, all these games they lost to, one-score deficits. They know how to keep a game close, and that's exactly what they're going to do tonight. They're going to see how they can get the best of Auburn. But Auburn, we're back at Horgan. We're going to show up and do what we do best.
Yeah, the mentality's got to be really strong here tonight. You can't fall behind the 8 ball early because if you do, you'll never get back in front against these guys.
Exactly. 5-4 already. You're playing a dangerous, dangerous record. And to see how the level of competition hockey is in the MIAA, 4 losses already is huge. This team in the past 3 years has given up 3 losses every season. So obviously, you know, the boys know what's at stake. They know what they need to do, and they'll get the job done. And now it's a matter of the goalie situation, Paul. Personally, Looney is bigger in the goal. He absorbs more. And you know what? Considering it was his first game, and he he had over 70 shots from Billerica, only 3 landed. And he doesn't get enough credit for that, so I want to give credit to Kellen Looney for that, because Billerica, we know from history, is very, very hard team.
Oh, yeah. Not even Eggy last season could contain them in the Elite 8.
Exactly. So, obviously, Gaston, still very experienced goalie, and we're very happy to see what he's going to do tonight. So, hopefully, the team's just got a lot of success.
And we're going to have these starting lineups here just in 1 second. We always know we can't leave this without a score prediction. What are we seeing tonight, Bryce?
I'm going to say 4-3.
I assume in the favor of the Rockets.
Well, you know, the A on my hat, I don't know what it stands for besides Auburn. But yeah, I'll go with Auburn on this one, I guess.
Oh, Mr. President. I will also be going with Auburn. I'll take a 5-3 victory for the Rockets.
Alrighty. So we'll be slowly getting into our starting lineup shortly, and sadly, we're very sorry tonight we do not have North Middlesex's starting lineup, so sadly we'll just be going by numbers.
All these visiting teams never give us rosters anymore.
I go over to their coach's side, they say, yeah, I'll give it to you. I come back 5 minutes later, and they got nothing.
We're on top of things.
We're on top of things.
You are on top of things.
Me. Oh, thanks for the credit, Paul. Yeah. So, yeah. Number 14, number 3. I believe that's a 27 and 13, number 10 for the starting 5 on the North Middlesex side.
Not sure what their numbers on the starting goaltender. We'll try and get that to you as soon as possible.
You know, it's quite hard to see from here, Paul.
It is. Man, we need something like Foster Hewitt's gondola that they used to have at the old Maple Leaf Gardens. And here are your starting 5 for the Auburn Rockets. Number 12, alternate captain and senior, John Rochford.
Number 18, Max Seeley.
Number 17 and captain, junior forward Logan Rada.
Number 10, Colson Karen, alternate captain.
Number 7, freshman defenseman Declan Marley.
Good for him. And goalie tonight, starting in the game off, is going to be Colin Gaston.
And now, folks, we will have a quick cut for the national anthem. All right, Bryce, we're moments away from puck drop. What are you seeing as your X factor for the night?
What we need to see is a defensive X factor. The defense needs to shine tonight. We got to show them what we're made of and what we can do. The defense in the past, as we know, it's been a little bit of a struggle. The breakaways, they're right down the middle, has killed us lately. The defense, it left Looney all alone, and, you know, he's getting a little bit of hate for it because goals are flying. But, you know, goals are flying when, you know, the offense is flying right up the middle, right at you. So I would like just a little more focus on defense tonight. Our offense is playing really well lately, like against Monty Tech, 6-0. Let's get another win like that tonight.
Absolutely, and that's going to require a ton of communication, which we have seen Auburn is capable of. Unfortunately, they've just been a little on and off with it. As here we go. North Middlesex is going to win the opening face-off. And right off the gate, there's a hard hit delivered by number 7, Declan Marley. And again, another hard hit. Looks like Auburn's coming out physical tonight.
Kid's got some fight in him, Paul. He's a freshman starter.
And we're going to already have a delayed penalty. Colin Gasson is going to the sidelines, but he will not make it. See, in that case, folks, for you at home, the goalie leaves the ice and tries to get over to the bench so that way they can get an extra offensive player for the delayed penalty, because there's no way they can score a goal without them touching the puck, which then leads the penalty to be called. Anyways, early opportunity for the Rockets on the power play. Bryce, what do we got to see out of this?
Well, in the past, you've seen us. We've had our ups and downs with power plays. We've capitalized a lot with power plays, but we had a tough time with power plays against Shawsheen. At one time, it was 5-3, but we didn't capitalize. But, you know, start of the game, our energy's high. This is where we capitalize.
And that was a wrister there from Marley from just about the blue line who was saved. And now North Middlesex going to win the puck. He does well to get down there. That was a nice hit again from Marley. There's Jay Romani, number 4. Puck was stolen away, cleared out by North Middlesex. No icing in this case of a power play, so they could just clear the puck as far as they want. Here's an opportunity. Loose puck. Wrister from number 21, Jack Young, was deflected before it really had a chance.
Here we go. That's number 2, Jason Vallone, passing it over to Karen.
Already halfway gone with this power play. Auburn's got to try and get some shots off. There was one by number 10, Colston Karen. I believe it went wide, though. Now handling the puck is number 21, Jack Young. Young tries to put it in the middle of the ice, but nothing doing. Cleared up and out by North Middlesex. 30 seconds to go for Auburn on the power play. North Middlesex has done a pretty excellent job so far of containing them.
Good bounce off the wall there from Tully.
Here's Young. Jack Young trying to find an angle. Believe it was saved there by the goalie with his pads. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Really one last opportunity for the Rockets to get something here. That was Jackson Vallone taking a tumble, and they're back to full strength North Middlesex. Now, it looked like they might have had a chance there to rebound off a shot, but the goalie was quick to cover it up.
So I'm seeing a little bit more of what everybody loves to see, an attacking Auburn offense right now. We're playing very conservatively with passing as of now, but our defense is looking really well right now. It is moving around North Middlesex. It's getting that puck back in control. What we say, when you have control of the puck, you have control of the game. Auburn. Ooh. Shot by Madonna right there. A little too high. That was Zelneritis trying to find somebody. Getting real aggressive. Zelneritis gets right back up.
And there's a puck right in front of the net. Nothing doing. Luckily, though, that was scary. First opportunity of the game for the Patriots.
Madonna cleared it away over to Rada, sorry.
And there's a shot. That's a nice save with the arm padding there by the goalie. And here's a slap shot. Covered up quickly with the glove. See him trying to get a number on that slap shot there. That was number 15, Jake Tully. Auburn still has the puck in their offensive zone. Jackson Vallone fighting for the puck, trying to get something out of it. And that puck is played across the ice. Here's Zelneritis.
I believe that was Travato.
Sorry, that was Travato. My fault. I get those two confused all the time. North Middlesex with an opportunity here. Poked away by Jay Romani, who got back from his forward position. And here come the Rockets. It's a 3-on-2 at the moment. And that's a good save by the keeper, not letting anything get by him tonight. I got to tell you, this might come down to a goaltending battle, Bryce. We'll have to see who can handle the pressure more.
Both defenses are working really, really well right now.
It looks like this game has been very physical, and I expect it to continue that way. Here's number 18, Max Seeley. Seeley tried to get a shot off. It was deflected by the defender. And there's a shot on net. Seeley with the assist to number 21, Jack Young, across the ice. And that is what the Rockets needed. A goal within 5 minutes.
That's how you start the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Great start. Wow, right across the net. Nobody was able to get a stick on it from North Middlesex. And Jack Young was right there to clean it up, slots it right past the keeper. Just like that, 1-0 Rockets.
We just saw that, Paul, how their passing has really improved. It's so conservative how they're moving the puck. They're playing very smart. Just like that, the passing has gone so much better from our first game we broadcasted, and just like that, that's the results you're going to get.
Yeah, the Shawsheen game, communication was practically non-existent. That's probably part of the reason that our defense struggled so much that night.
100%.
And there's another one
Oh my
within
God.
20 seconds of the first one. Off a shot number 10, Colson Karen had the deflection into the top shelf.
I believe that it was, I can't see the number, but I think it hit off of Karen's arm into the goal.
Unbelievable. 20 seconds after the first goal, and Auburn already gets a second.
I think it was Zelneritis that got the assist on that one. But it either hit, I think, his arm or his skate or something. But what a hit.
Yeah. The Rockets came to play tonight. Within 5 minutes, they've scored 2 goals. Now defensively, they just got to hold firm. Just play your game, I feel like, is the message here. Because they always tell us in soccer, the worst score is 2-0.
Right, because then it's going to get in your head. You're like, oh, now we got to put 3 up. And it's a mental game at that point. 2-0 is the worst score in these specific games because now it gets in your head. You're like, oh, these guys have been killing us all game. We still got to score 3 goals to beat these guys or at least tie them. It's all a mental game.
And also, you think you have that cushion if you're up 2. You're like, we're fine. The other team can look at that. It's like, well, we got you right where we want you now.
Now, that was me November 21st.
That was a great game still,
Greatest
sir.
game of all time.
I advise you all to look at the write-up of that in this year's yearbook, please.
Was a great write-up by Paul Vangos.
Thank you. Looks like we're going to have an offsides call.
You know, we actually look back at that game, Paul. I think we have now given the opportunities for many grades females to have a night all to themselves.
Oh, yeah, but not only that, the bar is set high
High.
for next year's game.
See what Pat Heroyan can pull out of his magic box.
Listen, they have a lot of athletes. I'm not going to lie. I just need to make sure our players are going to be in the right mindset again next year.
A little bit of a struggle on our end. But you will have Connor versus Connor.
That is,
Siblings.
oh, boy. That's it's like the Harbaugh Bowl in 2012. Here's John Rochford taking his time, trying to find a pass. Oh, that's taken away. North Middlesex gets the steal. But it's gobbled up again by Max Seeley. Here come the Rockets. They have a few numbers here. Let's see if they can capitalize. It's a nice save by the goalie with his glove to prevent any pass from getting out in front of him. And there's a wrister from number 20. That's Trevor Reesner. I believe it was off the goalie and out of play.
Looks like we're going to take a face-off down at North Middlesex side of the pond. Karen taking that.
I like that, other side of the pond.
It's, for those who watch pond hockey.
Looked like Matthew Isbicki might have whiffed a bit there on the wrist shot. I got to tell you, though, so far my favorite game this season to commentate was the Hopedale game.
What was the score of that Hopedale
I believe
game?
it was 5-3. Oh, what a hit from Declan Marley. Oh, he might get caught with a penalty here. Let's see.
Karen also gives a dig to number 9.
Yeah, Marley's heading to the penalty box. So this is North Middlesex's first chance at the power play tonight. Let's see how they're going to take the opportunity.
Got Jake Tully back on the ice. Number 20, Resner back on the ice. We got Travato, and we got number 8, Madonna.
And that's an offsides quickly there. I'm not going to lie. McDonough kind of Kind of makes me think of Dono. The Dono brothers who are no longer with us. Austin and Nathan. Was it Austin who graduated or was it Nathan?
I think it was Nathan.
Okay, because I remember Austin was the younger brother. I know he went to he went to another school, I believe, right?
I believe you'd be right on that.
Also, could I just say, I am very upset about the realignment with hockey and CMAC now. Because Grafton made their own team, which, I mean, good for them. That's fine for them.
They're in
but
a different conference, though, with sports athletics. What conference are they in?
I'm not sure, but I do know that our girls' hockey team was supposed to be phenomenal this year, competing for a state championship like last year. But that all changed when the realignment happened. Grafton took Doherty. They took all the Worcester schools, quite frankly, with them.
What?
Yeah, so like Lana Emilio is no longer an Auburn Rocket. She's now a Grafton Gator.
Yeah.
Like, that stinks. Not saying our girls' team isn't good enough, because it absolutely is. They're still going to be competing for a state championship, but they were going to be absolutely insane. That was a nice stick deflection there by Jake Tully on a slap shot.
So did they?
Oh, here we go. We have a chance at a breakaway. Let's see. North Middlesex's goalie is going to come out and get that away. All the way up the ice. That was a nice pass, but the shot is way off.
So did Grafton take other schools from us as well?
Yes.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
They did. Absolutely ridiculous, if you ask me.
Why from us specifically? Why from us specifically?
Because we were the only team that was there, I guess. Auburn has done a great job on this power play so far. 20 seconds left. Not much damage has been done. Not any damage, quite frankly. All the shots were off target. And the defense just trying to clean up the last few seconds before Marley can come back out of the box. And the power play is dead.
Let's play the game. How many times will the ref get hit with the puck?
Here's Marley. Marley with a shot is saved. What do you want the over-under on that to be?
Over 5.
I'll take the under. Folks, there's 6 minutes and 7 seconds left in this first period of play. Auburn is up 2-0 here on AHS TV with Paul Vingos and Bryce Oliveira. Bryce, what have we seen so far in these first 9 minutes of play?
So Auburn has made a lot of great passing, opportunities, which led to 2 of their goals so far. On the other hand, for North Middlesex, their defense, since those 2 goals, have gotten a little bit stronger. They're getting a little more aggressive, which, you know, you love to see an aggressive game. Auburn's defense has been nothing short of fantastic. You know, we are moving the puck back on their side of the ice every single time. We're making sure Gaston's protected, which is great. So Auburn's defense is really stepping it up tonight. So obviously, hopefully we can just lay out a couple more goals tonight.
Absolutely. That was a quick flurry there at the very beginning. It looked like North Middlesex was uncoordinated for maybe just a few minutes, and that's all it took for the Rockets to jump out to a 2-0 lead. So we just have to see how they're going to be able to respond and if the Rockets are going to be able to keep their foot on the gas.
That was number 2, Jason Vallone, taking that face drop. Oh, wow. Sorry. Face off.
And that's Vallone with the puck right now. Again in another scrum. I believe that's Jay Romani now. And there's a wrister from number 15, Jake Tully. Didn't really get anywhere with that. I believe it was wide. And another scrum for the puck. Jay Romani tries to get it out to Thule, but it is stolen away. Here's North Middlesex on a counterattack. Shot is off. It was saved anyways, but I believe they called an offsides. So Gaston still really hasn't had to make a save tonight. He had a few scary moments where that puck was free right in front of the net, but other than that, he hasn't had to make a save yet.
You know, the way I see two of the different goalies, which having a little anxiety because we haven't seen Gaston play live yet, but just with his legs, you know, before when they're coming down, they're very wide open and they're up. The difference with Looney is he keeps them closed. He has basically the hole under the goal covered, which, I mean, I guess this is just me being biased because Kellen's a senior, but it's just about the readiness that Looney has to the goal.
But you're saying because Looney has a bigger body and a bigger physical structure than Gaston?
Max Sealy just smacked somebody right in the face with his...
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that was a wrister from just at the blue line. It had beaten Gaston, but did not beat the crossbar, which deflected it straight up into the netting. That was scary right there. North Middlesex finally gets a shot on target and nearly scores.
But to what you were saying, bigger body, more structure on the goal, yes, I believe with his structure, it makes him very capable of keeping the starting job. But you know what? We're not the coaches.
Yeah, there's like we always say.
They always see something more than us.
Like we always say, there's a reason we're up here
And
they're down there. Ooh, bad pass stolen there. Needed a little more mustard on that from Daniel Maidona.
Zellner Wright has laid somebody out there.
And here's Reesner with the puck. Takes a wrist shot. Honestly, not sure where the puck is. Now there we see it. Reesner, I believe, is still in possession. Across the ice. Wrist shot is away. Zalnaritis' wrister was saved. So now we will have a face-off. 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be Jackson Valone taking the face-off here. Auburn wins it. Trying to find somebody. Nobody seems to be open. That was number 4, Jay Romani, trying to find somebody. Valone gets a possession back over to Tully.
And there's a shot on net. The slap shot from number 15, Jake Tully, was redirected in off of the rebound and the save. And Auburn has their third goal of the night. Wow.
And that goal was placed down by Jay Romani there. Like I said, the passing, fantastic tonight, Paul. Another example of what great passing can look like.
Romani just always seems to be in the right place at the right time, doesn't he?
Indeed, he does.
Here's Colson Karen to take the face-off. Won by North Middlesex. Puck is played straight up in the air. And now Karen in possession. Over to number 7, Declan Marley. And now North Middlesex on the counterattack. That's good defensive work there to poke it away. I believe that is number 7, Declan Marley. He's having a great night physically.
Absolutely, Paul. Laying everybody out. He's a freshman.
Freshman start, you always love to see it. Puck is frozen there off the shot from the North Middlesex goalie. Two minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first period of action. I feel like this has been kind of slow so far, this first period.
Anyone who thought that too? My goodness. Maybe it's just the energy. The student section is not really here tonight, Paul.
Yeah, it's very empty. I don't like that.
Well, I don't know who controls the Superfan account, but they told everybody to go to Hudson tonight for boys basketball.
Well, I mean, boys basketball is really good too. So I mean, it makes sense.
Pack the Horg, Paulie.
That's true. Pack the Horg. Here's Auburn's defense. Oh, there's another puck that hit the ref, so I believe that's 2 so far.
2.
puck is played all the way around by the Patriots. I have to say, I'm going to give them flowers for their uniform. That is a very nice design. That was a slap shot from the blue line that was deflected and out of the way of Gaston.
They are. It is a nice red, Paul.
And here's another scuffle for the puck. That was number 19, Matthew Isbicki.
Isbicki getting pushed over a little bit there.
And now here comes Trevor Reesner. Reesner trying to apply some pressure.
Had a little curve on that one.
Curve is not. Oh, and that's a big hit there. Oh, and here we go. We're getting some physicality again. That's number 22, the captain, Wyatt Zalnaradis. Now, curved sticks is not exactly the thing LA Kings fans want to hear. Game 2 of the 93 Stanley Cup Finals. Marty McSorley, who had been playing with the same stick all postseason, had been called over by the ref for a routine check, and it turns out his stick was illegal. So he was charged with a 2-minute minor penalty in which the Canadiens tied the game and then went on to win in overtime. So, LA Kings fans, I apologize for that.
Paul's sports fact of the day. Looked like Valone could have definitely had another scoring opportunity there, but hit the ice before the puck.
And it looks like Gaston is just going to freeze that puck there. Less than a minute to go in the period. So what do you think Auburn's going to have to do in the second period to keep up this offensive attack?
We just got to keep we need to have our offensive drive we've been having so far. For most of the part, the puck has been on that side of the ice, and that's where I want to keep the puck until the second period, of course. But long as we keep the good strategy passing, and we hold down our defense like we have been, we're going to be just fine.
And there was a shot attempt by number 7, Declan Marley. It was saved with the pads and a one-on-one by the North Middlesex keeper. And there was a deflection masterfully saved by Gaston. Wasn't even phased by it at all. Got it right in the glove. As we like to call it, the trapper. Now, Bryce, that was one of your big things that you really liked about Kellen Looney, his reaction time.
Yeah, no, he made a lot of saves with the trapper. I really... Yeah, I mean, this is just me being biased, but, I really think Looney deserves another opportunity because, like I said, first year, and he was killing it. He was killing it.
We agreed, too, right before we started this game tonight, that he didn't really do much to lose the job.
No, he didn't. Maybe they're just, they're just working some new stuff in to see if it maybe works. Just testing waters out. I mean, Westboro, the game was a very important game. Gaston hasn't played a varsity game since last season, and then we put him in against a rival like Westboro when it comes to hockey, and then we had a very close game, but then we kind of blew that win right there. Still a close game, but going into your first varsity game, it was I'm not going to say it's the wrong call. It's just I feel like we should have kept the experienced goalie in for those games when he's been playing at the intensity that the season's been going. But furthermore, like they said, they beat Monty Tech 6-0. That would have been a great game to start Gaston to see his experience. Obviously that was a very high defense on Auburn's side, keeping them scoreless. But with those like high rival games, I'm gonna take experienced over new, in that sense, because he understood what the standards were. I mean, let's go back to the Bill Ricca game. Last time we faced Bill Ricca, it was 6-2, and then we chopped off half of that score. The next time we faced him, it was 3-1, and not to mention the Bill Ricca game. It was back to back. Like we had a game the night before, and then we had to travel back home, then all the way out to Billerica again. So I'm just saying that maybe he's not been. Maybe he was taken out. I think he was taken out and not given a fair trial of why. I maybe get why they're taking Looney out and putting Gaston in to try Gaston out, because he does have experiences in the past. When I talk about experience, I'm talking about this season with all the new players, all the new standards, divisions, all that good stuff. So I chose Looney to, I'm on Team Looney for this, but both of them are still really talented. I give them both a lot of credit. It's just I'd like to see a little more with what Gaston can do, because I'm sure he is a really, really good player. It's just, I think Looney has put in the work and deserved it. This role and responsibility has made him a better player, but it also has made him a better person, a better student. It gave him dedication and drive. It gave him confidence. So I just really hope both goalies are given fair trials into why this is going this way, some games go that way. I really hope both of them get equal amount of playing time, because both really talented players.
That's a completely fair argument, Bryce, and I hear you every second of the way through that. But we are at the end of the period. We're in intermission, so I want to ask you kind of an unrelated question. Seahawks versus 49ers. What do you got for us?
Seahawks by 20. No George Kittle, torn Achilles. Their their defense is good. They put us at 13. Our run game was pretty good against San Fran. Charbonnet with a 27-yard touchdown to really give us that momentum. Jason Myers never misses. He quoted. Don't quote me on that. With no George Kittle, that's a huge, huge factor. So give me Seahawks for a third time. Bang, bang, Niners gang, ain't happening. Good night, 49ers. Go back to California. And give me the Bears over the Rams.
Really?
Seattle versus the Bears in the NFC Championship.
Wow. Now, any fear of Brock Purdy or CMC?
Brock Purdy has been playing great since he came back, but he can't throw when he's against that Seattle defense. It is a no-fly zone.
Yeah, that group is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
In Seattle. We are slowly getting the intensity and level the Legion of Boom was at. Slowly getting their back.
A bit of a resurgence, I see.
It was their defense. I'd like to point this out. Mike McDonald is the head coach. Baltimore Ravens defense went from number 2 or 3 in the NFL, and as soon as Mike McDonald left, they went down to 24th.
Clearly a very key part to that, he was.
And you know what? You can say the same thing about the Detroit Lions on their offensive side. Ben Johnson leaves and head coaches the Bears.
They missed the playoffs.
Goodness gracious. Dan Campbell had to take over the offense. Goodness gracious. Well, and I also give the fact that, Lions had a lot of injuries this season. My fantasy team took a big hit because I had Laporta. St. Brown missed a few games. So, obviously, injuries were a hard hit on the Lions. And I'm sure they'll be back next season.
Hire Mike McDaniel.
I don't know about hire Mike McDaniel. I think, the NFC West, it's going to be I think next year, this year was really close with playoffs. I think next year is going to be even harder. You look at the NFC West, you look at the NFC North. 3 of the NFC West teams are in the Final Four for the NFC side. But you need to take a look. Well, I don't think they'll be as good next year. Packers, I think, will take 3rd. Minnesota's terrible.
9.
9. Yeah. 9 needs to go home. With Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, that new it's the new fantasy new franchise. It's going to be led well, but then sadly you always have Green Bay that's going to come up around the corner. But then Lions coming off with injuries and all that good stuff, they're a lethal team. As you saw in the beginning of the season, Lions embarrassed the Bears because they had a healthy roster. So if the Lions can stay healthy, so we take a look at it now. You need one representative from each conference, sadly. NFC South does not belong in the playoffs. Carolina will be good next year. I'll give them that.
Yeah, they're ahead of schedule.
So my 4, Seattle, and then you got the Bears, and then you got the Carolina Panthers, and then you have what am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, and then you got the Philadelphia Eagles. So then now you can go into these divisions, eliminate eliminate the Cowboys, Commanders, and Giants already. It's going to be exclusively tough because now you're looking at 3 spots left. You're looking at San Francisco, Rams, Lions, Packers. There's 4 spots. Those are the 4 teams fighting for 3. So I think next year is going to be a lot tougher than this year playoff-wise. I mean, you take a look at this year. Oh, my God, these games are incredible. Only by 1-score games. These defenses are out of their mind. So I'd like to shift over to the AFC side of things. I think Drake May will get past this Texans defense.
It's going to be tough, though.
It's going to be very tough. I think the Texans offense will struggle. I don't think they're going to survive. I think C.J. Stroud is going to choke. You're coming to New England. It's cold. I mean, you can make that argument out about Pittsburgh, but I think the Texans will, in the end, choke. Now let's move over to the other 2, the Broncos and the Bills. And I've said this the whole year. It's only their defense is the reason why they're there where they are. The Denver Broncos are frauds.
You heard it here first.
Frauds. Give me the Bills.
I think the Bills are going to win that game, too. And now imagine round 3 at Gillette Stadium. How about that?
Josh Allen is going to light up the Broncos. I don't care what anybody says. Josh Allen is going to light them up. And we're going to have round 3 in Foxborough, just where we want it.
I think almost everybody would love to see a Patriots-Seahawks Super Bowl.
I'd love to do it, but like in the Patriots and all, the guy has no excuses. No Lamar, no Burrow, no Mahomes.
This is his best chance.
This is Josh Allen's only freaking opportunity. And you know what? If it came down to the Bills and Patriots, obviously I'll be rooting for the Patriots, but wouldn't be mad if they lost. Because Josh Allen's such, and that's
he's such a likable guy.
He's such a likable guy, and that's the best part about the Patriot and Bills rivalry. Nobody hates Josh Allen. He's such a likable guy.
And now Drake May. Nobody dislikes Drake May either.
Drake May. Team sports name, by the way.
Some may call him Drake MVP May, but that's gonna be a stretch. We'll just have to see in February.
Let's see who gets eliminated first, Rams or Patriots. I think it's gonna be determined by that. I really do.
I thought it's only a regular season thing. It closes as soon as Week 18 is done.
I mean, that is true, but I just think just who gets eliminated, who looks better in the playoffs under pressure. I think that's going to be a determining factor.
Well, both didn't have their greatest game, but both got wins in the wild card round.
Very true. Los Angeles also it was very back and forth.
Yes.
Their defense was apparently one of the best in the league, and they put up that kind of performance against an 8-9 team.
31 points by the Panthers in that game.
They're slowly declining. When you put the Patriots, they went against one of the best defense, and it was shown, and they still got it done.
We're just going to have to see now what kind of matchup it's going to be in Chicago. That is going to be – neither team has a solid defense. That is going to be bang, bang, points, field goals, everything, TDs, long runs. I think it's going to be like an 80-point game.
Oh, yeah. I know my dad will be praying to God every night before the game leading up because he loves his Bears.
I've been saying it this whole time. The Pope has blessed the Bears.
There's no doubt in my mind that's been happening. It's so relevant. Chicago is a poverty team for years on end. And then, once the Pope from Chicago gets in, hold on here. We get Ben Johnson, and then this starts happening?
Coincidence? I think not. And we're already back in the second period of play. Welcome back. We are a minute into the second period. Auburn is up 3-0 after a stellar first period of play. They've been playing physical. They've been getting into the right place at the right time. Passing has been good, and they've been finishing in front of net. Bryce, what do they have to continue here to keep the foot on the gas?
They need to keep their attacking offensive strategy. They are really putting North Middlesex in a very tough spot. Every time North Middlesex get possession of that puck, they take it right back, and they put the pressure on that defense. And I love to see it, too, because this can show you what Auburn is capable of and what they can do when they have that passion to win. On the other side, the defense, like I said, as soon as Middlesex gets the puck, they take it right back, and we deflect it right off there on that goal. And the offense, the passing is just so well tonight. If we can keep that up, it is going to be lights out by the end of the second.
And that was a good save with a padding there off a wrist shot from number 2, Jackson Vallone. Auburn has definitely had a lot of opportunities so far in this game, and they've capitalized on a bunch. Let's just have to see if that's going to continue. And there's a quick shot off the skate of a North Middlesex defender. And it looked like number 9, Lucas Tully, tried to redirect that. Nothing doing. Tully, again, that's a nice defensive play to prevent the wraparound. And that is going to be icing either way. So that puck is coming right back. Oh, I would like to bring some attention to something really quickly. A lot of people, including your 2 commentators tonight, will be traveling to Quebec City in Canada tomorrow all the way through Sunday. Bryce, can you give us the scoop?
It's going to be a great time. We've been to Quebec before. You see a lot of some American Revolution history that happened there as well. But no, it's ran by one of the French teachers, Miss Dumais, but it's a great time every time. If you ever get the chance to go, it's really a beautiful city. You got a lot to experience. That's exactly why we're going back. It's just a time you'll never forget. But yeah, I definitely suggest traveling there. If anybody ever gets a free vacation time, definitely take a visit up there. It's beautiful.
A long lost memory to NHL history. Also, the Quebec Nordiques. They were such a great team in the 90s. There's some hard hitting there from the Rockets. Colson Karen tries to finish it off. Rebound deflected. Puck is still loose. Wrister goes just wide for number 19, Matthew Isbicki. We're getting some action again. But yes, going back to the Nordiques, they were such a great franchise. And then as soon as they go to Colorado, literally the first season in Colorado as the Avalanche, they win the Stanley Cup. Wow, Declan Marley! The physicality out of this young man tonight is insane. And here's a shot in front of the net. Look. That backhand from Colson Karen went right up above. I believe the net was displaced. So they are going to have a face-off down low.
I mean, hey, we were just talking about that attacking offense right there by Auburn. Proven right there. We're putting the pressure on them, and they just can't handle it.
Huh? 4 minutes have gone in this second period. Auburn's had a few opportunities. Nothing has come to fruition just yet. But then again, we saw this in the first period. There was a lot of opportunities, didn't capitalize for the first 4 minutes, but then that 5th minute, they scored 2 straight goals.
Jeepers crow.
There's a great hit from Jack Young. And again from number 8, Daniel Madonna. Here's a scrum for the puck in between some skates. Madonna gains possession. Back out. Here's a wrist shot. I believe it was wide either way. Again, Madonna with a hit into the boards. Wrister is away too high. That puck is still down in Auburn's offensive end. Here's Madonna. And here's a shot attempt, save with a padding. That's a nice save again. This North Middlesex keeper has been keeping them in this game, quite frankly. The only two goals have been off of redirects and off of one of them was a rebound, I know for sure. So he's not doing too poorly, no matter what the scoreboard says. And there was a shot from Jay Romani that went wide and up into the netting. Here's Valone. Out in front of net. That's a dangerous play right there. Nearly an own goal.
Could have just opened the bakery there.
Romani tried to get a pass off to Lucas Tully, but was not able to find him. North Middlesex intercepted that pass. Sorry, should I say the Patriots intercepted that pass, just as New England is going to do against C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, CJ isn't known for his throwing, that's for sure.
He's shown flashes again this year, but all in total, it hasn't been that rookie year C.J. Stroud that we saw. And that's great hustle there. Here's a chance for the Rockets. Backhander from number 9, Lucas Tully is saved.
Talk about Texans. Woody Marks.
Most underutilized guy in the league.
He had over 100 points receiving in college football, and they refused to throw him the damn ball.
It's ridiculous.
They run him up the damn middle every time, and he's underutilized. Throw him the damn ball if you want results on offense. The kid knows what he's doing.
Face off. Here's Declan Marley with an opportunity. He's going to bide his time. Kick it out. Chance for a deflection. That was missed, actually. Went just wide anyways. May have been a deception tactic. Here's number 17, Logan Rada. And the Patriots take possession, and now they're going to try and get on the counterattack, but it's stolen in its tracks. Rada with a shot up above the goalie's mask. And here's Colson Karen trying to find a pass here. Tried to play it off to somebody in the back. It is going to be completed eventually to Madonna. Shot is off. That was Karen right in front of net trying to deflect it. Nothing doing. And we're going to have icing. Eight minutes left here in the second period of play. Bryce, what have the Rockets been doing really well so far?
We have definitely been getting in their heads on offense. The goals may not be landing, but boy, we are definitely getting inside their heads right now. We're applying so much pressure, and just like that, another shot on goal. We're constantly getting control of that puck, and we're tossing up some biscuits. And, you know, I love to see it. I love the offensive attacking tonight. It really looks well.
So you're saying if they can keep this pressure up that they've done all game long, this should be a coast to the finish line.
100%.
There's a fight for the puck in Gretzky's office. Finds its way out. Redirect. It was saved again by the North Middlesex goalie. He is, like I said, he's been doing a phenomenal job tonight in net. I'd say he's had around like 20 or 30 shots on him already, and he's saved 27 of them. That's a 90% save percentage. Honestly, that's pretty good for a goalie, especially facing that volume of shots.
I agree, Paul.
Here's an opportunity. That puck was played off from Trevor Reesner, I believe, to Jack Young. And now behind the net. Oh, that's a great hit into the boards from Young. Auburn has come to play with the physicality tonight. And there's a pass off. Wow, what a save with the pads. I got to tell you, we got to find out who this guy is because he's been doing phenomenally.
Resner tried to look for a call there.
Yeah, nothing doing. Looked like he might have been getting interfered with and getting to that puck for a potential breakaway, but nothing was called. And instead, Gaston is just going to freeze that thing. 6 minutes and 33 seconds left in the period. You're on AHS TV with Paul Vengos and Bryce Oliveira. I've just received word, we were talking about the Seahawks 49ers game, that Fred Warner could make a potential return this week. What do you think?
Boy, hope not.
That's number 9, Lucas Tully, from the pass from Valone. There's a puck out in front of the net. Dangerous shot. Wrister was pulled wide by Romani. Oh! It looked like number 15, Jake Tully, got dropped for a second, but he was able to recover and get back on his feet. And there's a wrister, goes wide. North Middlesex just trying to get anything right now, and nothing's doing. They haven't had a shot on target in gosh knows how long. And there's a shot. Oh, my goodness. There were 2 guys right there off the pass from number 9, Lucas Tully. It was Romani and Valone. Literally a textbook scenario for a goal, and both went at the same time and just didn't hit it. That's insane.
Yeah, that, thought the muffins were going to be free today.
The bakery isn't open just yet,
like
sir.
the bakery is charging us today.
And we're going to have icing again. No, sorry, not icing, offsides. There was some contact after the whistle there, but no penalty will be given out.
Karen taking the face off here.
Oh, sorry, it was icing. I was surprised by that. I thought it was going to be an offsides, but it was actually icing. There's number 17, Logan Rada.
Marley getting pretty intense with number 10 here.
Here's Zalnaritis.
Second time of the night.
Marley has been insanely physical. Oh, my goodness. What a hit. That's number 17, Rada. Youch.
Youch is right.
What did they have in their Wheaties this morning? This seems like this game has just been absolute physicality over and over again. Colson Karen even getting in on the action there. Here's a wrister. That's a nice save. I believe that was from Zalnaritis.
You would be correct, Paul.
I'm telling you, this goalie is phenomenal right now.
He looks great.
Looks like a mirroring image of King Henrik Lundqvist from the Rangers. Hall of Fame goalie, one of the best to ever do it. Only got to 1 Stanley Cup final, though, because the Rangers constantly let him down.
I think there's a chat GBT bot inside your head.
You know, Trevor was saying yesterday he thinks there's a hard drive inside of my head.
There's definitely something in there. There's no way a person can fathom this much information at once.
Years and years of practice, my friend.
Please
4 minutes to play.
Tell me your secrets, Paul the Wise.
I will teach you, my Padawan. Here come the Rockets. There's a wrister. Number 21, Jack Young with the friggin' hard shot right there. Saved by this goalie. He's just unfazed, this guy. Like nothing is going to get him off his game. He's locked in. As we like to say, he has entered flow state.
Okay. Well, you know.
Did we hit the cutoff there?
We hit the cutoff there. Well, if I was down 3, you know, I'd get pretty locked in pretty quickly. You know, don't think my coach would be too happy with me if I was down 3-0, so. Definitely got to lock in.
Also, 18 years ago today on this date. Not 18, 8 years ago on this date. Sorry, I literally just saw this, so this isn't from my hard drive. It was the Minneapolis Miracle.
What a game. That was a good game. I remember watching that. Oh, I didn't like the ending. I am a big Drew Brees. I was always a huge Drew Brees guy.
Me as well. There was a shot from Romani that was saved again. This guy's uncrackable.
He didn't win them all. Well, he was in the Brady era, but I'm glad he at least won a single Super Bowl.
And there's a great save with a trapper. And after that, number 9, that was Lucas Tully on the shot. He was lit up after that puck was gone. But also, going back to Drew Brees, I don't know how he never won an MVP with the passing stats that he had. That's insane to me.
Thomas. Brady.
Not just Brady, though, like the Rodgers years, too.
Peyton Manning. Sorry.
At least he has a Super Bowl MVP.
At least he has that.
Hot take. That was one of the best Super Bowls, Super Bowl 44.
Really?
Really? Well, first, just think of the story. A devastated New Orleans from Hurricane Katrina gets their first Super Bowl win ever. And the Tracy Porter pick 6 to finish it off. You had the onside kick coming out of halftime by Morton Anderson. Or, wait, I'm not sure if it was Morton Anderson. It might have been Mitch Wisnowski. Yes, Colts Saints Super Bowl 44 in Miami.
See, I know things too, Paul.
You know, that Saints team had Reggie Bush on the team as well. Less than 3 minutes to play in the second period of action. The Rockets still holding firm on the scoreboard. Defense has been playing well. Offense just can't crack the code that is this North Middlesex goalie. Oh, and that's a hard hit in the boards. Colson Karen lit him to pieces.
I love the aggression side of these games.
But it looks like we're going to have a penalty here. Might have been a cross-check. Yeah, there's the umpire music. That's always the sign here at the Horg that someone's going to the box. And it's going to be Colson Karen heading into the cooler. Vader's coming. What do you do?
There's nothing we can do.
Either you're getting scolded or choked out. Which one are you taking?
Phone a friend. Do I get that option, or did I already use it?
Used it yet. Yeah, just blame it on someone else.
All right, I'd like to phone a friend.
And there's a wrister just wide of Gaston. This is North Middlesex's chance to get something on the board. They haven't had a power play since the first period, so this is really their one chance to get some momentum before heading into the final period of play. That's a nice save from Gaston on the wrister. And again, a wrist shot saved and frozen by Gaston.
There's limits, Paul.
2:07 left in the second period. Still in the offensive zone for North Middlesex. I think it was over the head of Colin Gaston. It is cleared the zone and gone all the way to the other end of the ice. Oh, here's an opportunity for the Rockets. That's Tully. Lucas Tully was trying to get something off, but nothing doing. And that wrist shot goes wide.
That whole left spot was wide open. If he aimed that a little better, that would have been their first goal of the night.
Gaston might have gotten a deflection on that with the extension, but we couldn't really see from here. Half of the power play already gone from Karen. It looks like we're going to have another face-off.
Face off in the middle here.
Oh, that puck couldn't be controlled by Valone. Had it, lost it. And that puck is played all the way on the other end of the ice by Tully. 30 seconds to go on Karen's power play. Oh, and that was dangerous there. That bounced off of the back of the boards into, I believe it was Colin Gaston's backside. I think he froze the puck, but that could have bounced right back off of him and into the net. That was scary.
Indeed it was.
.42 seconds to play here in the period. 13 seconds left on Karen's penalty. And that puck is just going to be played all the way around by Max Seeley. And Auburn might have a chance to be in their attacking zone. No, it's going to be a counterattack as Karen comes out of the box and back to full strength. oh my goodness, 22 seconds to go in the period. There's no such number as 20 twee. It's 22 or 23.
That we know of.
Yes, that we know of. Maybe I just invented it. Who knows? There's a hard hit by Seeley.
Yeah, because that's what we need. More math. That's what we need.
3, 2, 1. And that's going to be the end of the second period of action. Your Rockets still lead 3-0 with good defensive play and hounding offense that just couldn't find the back of the net yet. I really have to commend North Middlesex's goalie. But with that, we are going to hit the second intermission, and we will see you back here soon, folks.
And starts the third period here. North Middlesex won the face-off, but Auburn quickly regains possession of it.
Interesting fold that we actually didn't see at the end of the second period. There's going to be a penalty right out the gate for North Middlesex. Something quick here, maybe increase their lead. Has come displaced, so they will quickly rearrange that.
Face-off down at the ice. That's going to be Madonna taking that one. Auburn fighting for possession. Seeley takes a hold of it. Back over to Marley. Marley with a shot on goal, but deflected. Marley trying to catch it up in the air, hopefully to stop it. And here comes Max Seeley.
He masterfully gets away from his defender there. Oh, here goes Max Seeley. Let's see. Is he going to try and take it all on his own? No, he's going to lay it off to Jay Romani. Romani is going to lay it off again to Madonna. No, sorry, that was Declan Marley. My apologies. This is Madonna. Here's Jay Romani back to Madonna. Half of the power play is gone. And that so Auburn's going to have to regroup before going past the blue line again. Pass. But now here's Declan Marley, who's played a phenomenal game tonight, physically and on the ice. He's played very well.
Hey, I mean, he's a starting freshman for a reason, Paul.
Indeed. But that's going to be icing after the missed pass. So North Middlesex will have possession of the puck down in Auburn's defensive zone.
Let's see if North Middlesex can have a little bit momentum here. They've been, well, you can tell the score. They've been pretty dead all game, but hopefully, you know, they make it a little interesting. But
I'm going to be honest. It's a bit of a shock that they've tied Westboro. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. This is clearly not the same team, that's for sure.
Oh,
and trip call.
Yeah, Madonna's going to take a dive there. Oh, here comes North Middlesex. Gaston is going to make a nice save with the pads. It's well done. Here's Valone. Taking it behind the net. And the penalty is over. Oh, bad pass from Valone. This might still result in some trouble.
Lucas Tully there. Give him some credit for that save on that defense.
Oh, and that's well done by Reisner to stop anything bad from happening. If that puck had gone through him, North Middlesex was set up for a prime slap shot, maybe 5 feet away from Colin Gaston.
Valone passes it to Zelneritis. Zelneritis to Valone.
I think another save there. Oh, and that's going to be a tripping call.
Are you kidding me? They don't call the...
Nah, that was pretty clear. That was pretty clear.
Well, I think it was pretty clear with Thule getting...
And Karen will head to the cooler for the second time tonight. I don't think it can be as worse as what Carrie Frazier did in Game 7 of the 93 Western Conference Finals. It was Game 6. Missed a clear high stick from Wayne Gretzky, and he was allowed to stay on the ice where he eventually scored the winning goal in overtime. Game 7 would go to Toronto where the Kings would defeat the Maple Leafs. Fun fact, the Maple Leafs have the longest drought for a championship in the NHL at the moment since 1967.
Good.
The sins of Harold Ballard are something that are going to be hard to overcome. He took control in, I believe, 1972. He was still in prison at the time for tax evasion. Held on to the team for 18 years, made terrible choices, only cared about the bottom line, which led to Maple Leaf Gardens being called the Carlton Street Cash Box. And you remember earlier how I mentioned Foster Hewitt's gondola?
Yeah.
He had that thing demolished. It was an iconic broadcasting thing for hockey folk, and he had that demolished for profit in 1979. He was a scumbag, Harold Ballard. Just look the man up. You'll see what I mean.
Keep our composure, Paul.
4 minutes already gone, and half of the penalty from Colson Karen has elapsed. Auburn has not really been threatened at all by North Middlesex. But here's a shot on goal saved by Gaston. And there's a shot off his shoulder. And here, there might be a chance for a shorthanded counterattack here for the Rockets. Heels Zanaraitis, wrister out in front of net, and it's going to be covered up by the goalie. Ten seconds to go in Colson Karen's penalty kill. There's a shot saved by Colin Gaston and frozen. That puck is cleared out and away. No icing. Colson Karen is back on the ice. Auburn's at full strength. 10 minutes to go here from Auburn High at Horgan Ice Arena. Unfortunately, we did not successfully pack the Horg tonight, but the Rockets are still playing phenomenally. Case in point right there. Oh, my God, I thought that was in. It must have been off the crossbar. I thought that was a goal. Did it not look like a goal?
It looked like a bar down.
Like it seemed like Karen had already started to celebrate, but yeah, no goal was called. That's unfortunate. I really thought that was in.
I'd like to mention that North Middlesex has had 3 opportunities tonight on penalties to score something, and they did nothing with those opportunities.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Bryce. They haven't been able to generate anything offensively.
By your second power play, you gotta. After the first one, you didn't score anything. You gotta come up with some type of plan.
Sorry, but that was a huge hit from Declan Marley again. Heard his name a lot tonight when it comes to physical plays. And now here's Marley. Trying to find an angle for the shot, and he scores! Wow, what a wrister from Marley. And just like that, it's 4-0 with 9 minutes to play in the third period. What a showing from this kid tonight. And to think he's only a freshman.
That is crazy to think, Paul.
An absolute dominant performance tonight from the Rockets over the Patriots. Bryce, what do you think needs to continue in these last 9 minutes now, seeing that there's a big cushion?
Bring in the subs. That's for sure. Goodness gracious. Tonight, they did everything that I wanted. Their defense and protecting the goalie got a heck of a lot better, which I love to see. And their passes, clean as day. As we've seen, all 4 of those goals were from phenomenal passes. And you know what? I love to see the improvement the team has made. Because, like we said, 5-4 in hockey for Division 3. We're Division 3?
Yes, we are Division 3.
That record is really tight. The most you're allowed losses to, be safe in the playoffs is 4. So they have a lot on their plates going further into the season. But Auburn showed who they really are tonight and what they're capable of.
And keep in mind, this is a team that tied with Westboro, who we lost to, actually. And there's another goal. There is Colson Karen finally getting his name on the score sheet like he deserved to for the second time tonight. Off of the rebound on the shot. And 5-0 is your current scoreline with 8 minutes and 25 seconds to play. And Mr. Bigelow just mentioned it. Yes, we are scoring in bunches tonight. The two goals in the first period came within 20 seconds of each other. These 2 goals just now came within a minute of each other. Kind of a sign of the Auburn offense all season where they've kind of scored in those flurries, but then there's been some moments of dry spells, especially that second period tonight.
Well, I know their coach always says every 6 shots he wants a goal laid down, so I like that. That's the standard for the offense.
Oh, and that's going to be a high stick, and believe that's going to be number 15, Jake Tully, going into the penalty box.
Jake Tully's a big kid.
Yeah, very tall on skates. Definitely no match for the Big Z, though. Tallest player to ever play in the NHL is Zdeno Chara. North Middlesex wins the faceoff. Gonna have another chance on a power play. Let's see if they can finally capitalize. Maybe the 4th time will be the charm.
Just notice Gaston is a righty with his stick.
Yes, he is. And he made a nice save there. What's the call here? Uh-oh. We got another penalty. It's going to be 5-on-3 for North Middlesex. That's number 9, Lucas Tully, going to the box. So for 1:40, North Middlesex is going to be on a 5-on-3.
Say, Lucas Tully's going in the ice box?
Are
believe it's Jay Romani going into the box.
you sure? I saw number 9.
Oh, well, it looks like the Tully boys are going in together.
Oh, I think I know what it is. I think the scoreboard's broken.
Oh.
That
Well,
one line is supposed
looks-
to be a 9.
Looks
Here's
like
a shot opportunity, saved again by Gaston. $7:19 left in this game. Yeah, the scoreboard's 5-0, but I got another example for you tonight. St. Louis Blues versus the Toronto Maple Leafs in 2001. The Blues were trailing 5-0 in the 3rd period, came back, tied it up, and then won in overtime, 6-5. So this game might not be over just yet, especially with the chance on a 5-on-3. And here we go. Here's down the right. Is trying to prevent anything. Half of the time is gone. And there's a slap shot completely whiffed.
reminds me of the Giants kicker against the Patriots.
Do we even call that a whiff? What do we call that? That was awful.
Well,
Like
that wasn't so much more of a whiff. He just hit the ice and completely missed the ball.
And there's a slap shot. Believe it was deflected away by a Patriot. Oh, and that was a prime opportunity for a shot. Instead, it's going to be cleared out by number 8, Daniel Madonna. Just small things like that tonight have hindered any chance of North Middlesex getting on the scoreboard to this point.
You know, I'll say this, Paul. That kick looked like my chipping.
It happens to the best of us, don't worry.
Nothing but dirt.
Here's a shot on net. Again, Gasson gets the save. And that is Jake Tully out of the box, actually. You were right. It was the brothers in the box. So, yes, Lucas Tully's still in the box. I got to wonder what the conversation must have been like there with both of them.
I hope Dad's not mad.
6 minutes to play here at the Horg. 8 seconds to go on the penalty kill for Jake Tully. Sorry, that is Lucas Tully. Puck in front of net. Scary scenario there, but it is countered and saved there by Colin Gaston.
Definitely, this quarter has been putting, which is nice to see, giving Gaston an opportunity here to show us what he's made of and what he can do to prove himself to get that final starting spot against Looney.
That's just insane to me that even in the 5-on-3, North Middlesex couldn't get anything out of it.
Auburn, in those situations, Auburn's defense turns very well, and they more. That's another
There's
goal.
another shot on net from Logan Rada, who took it himself. Gets the wrister past North Middlesex's goalie, who up to this period had played a really good game tonight.
Yikes.
Hey, what did we say? The 1-6. It looks like they're landing tonight.
But what I was saying about that power play, when Auburn goes into those situations like that, they turn into a very big zone defense. They don't really play man-to-man. They cover the middle, right and left side, and they stick it close to the goalie. It's like they like to play keep away, I guess. I don't know what the phrase I'm looking for is, but they box out the goal pretty well.
Yes, I believe going forward from here, we will have a running clock. Yes, for the last 5 minutes of play, so long as North Middlesex does not score a goal, this will be a running clock. So overall tonight, with under 5 minutes to play now and a victory all but assured, Auburn just dominated on both ends of the ice. Bryce, what do you think the key to that was?
It was definitely the passing tonight. The passing and the way we controlled the puck, it really got inside of North Middlesex's heads tonight. It really was the biggest factor of the night, was our able to control the puck and how we moved it around. We controlled this game all night long.
And with that deflection out of play, more time is going to bleed off the clock without any action on the ice.
What? Read analysis. Try to be a good color.
That's number 14, Jamal Belizaire. Sorry if I'm getting that name wrong. Haven't seen him much this season. Good to see him getting some reps here on the ice tonight, along with Deaglan Gragan, number 5, and number 6, Quentin Tatum. Q, it's good to see him out there. Down the right is still on the ice, holding down the fort. And number 11, Liam Samau, is also out on the ice. See, whenever you send these guys in a night like tonight, it always means you did a job well done. It's like doing such a good job at work that you get to go home early.
I agree. I know that feeling. It's fantastic. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you, Paul. This is what Auburn hockey should look like every single time we play. But, I think our score prediction went out the window pretty quick.
Yeah, seriously.
But no, overall, it was a great night by Auburn. We really, really just played everything perfectly in our cards. We used what we needed to use and got the job. Frankly, the game was over in the first period.
I'm telling you, if we get a rematch with Westboro anytime soon, we win that game the second time around. No questions asked.
100%, Paul.
There's another save by Gaston with the trapper. I got to say, even though he wasn't tested as much as the North Middlesex goalie tonight, he's held his own. Gaston has done pretty well.
He has, yes. They've been, they gave a little more pressure to Gaston in the third period, which was nice to see what he was like, putting pressure on him, getting those shots right on him. So it's nice to see what he's made of. Obviously, everybody knows the kid's talented. No takeaway from that. But it's going to be tough to see who legitimately in the end gets the final spot. Yeah, I mean, I'm can't be the one to decide that because we are not coaches. We don't go into as depth as they do, and they obviously see more. They obviously see more than us.
But
And
it's
that is
also
for sure.
it's also a good 1-2 punch to have two pretty good goalies out on the ice for you. Like the 2023 Bruins, even though they crashed and burned in the playoffs, they can tell you a lot about that. Linus Olmark and Jeremy Swayman, those two were unstoppable. And the thing is, they were such a good duo that whoever it was in net, it was most likely they were going to get a win because they were just both that good. Olmark might have played a little more that season than Swayman, but still, they both did a phenomenal job.
Well, Omar is, I believe, is a little bit younger, so obviously let the young guy eat. But that was a special team. I mean, they're doing pretty hot right now. The Celtics and Bruins. Boston sports are slowly creeping back, which is so nice to see.
Yeah. The Bruins are going to be on the cusp of a playoff spot. It's going to be close. Here's an opportunity for North Middlesex. No, so nothing doing. There's less than 20 seconds to go in this game now. Another opportunity out in front of net, and it's not going to be converted. We're going to get an icing again, but quite frankly, I don't think they're going to have enough time because this clock is still rolling. And folks, that is going to bring an end to this contest tonight. What a win for your Auburn Rockets. Much needed after a loss against Westboro 4-3. 6-0 is your final score. Bryce, final thoughts.
That is Auburn frickin' hockey right there, ladies and gentlemen. No doubt about it. That's how you get it done, folks. No better team around. Really, really proud of the defense and how they have protected the goalie. It was a big improvement from past games, so I'm glad they've been fixing that up. They have they're fixing a lot of their mistakes, those that are being made. So, yeah, this team now 6-4. We are definitely improving with our little mistakes, and I think from here on out, the season is going to be looking very promising.
And with that, folks, we're going to leave you here from AHS TV tonight. From all of us here, Ireland Malpass with our backstage crew and Kaylee Papierski, Bryce Oliveira, and Paul Vengos, we want to wish you a very good night, folks. We'll see you around soon. Maybe even on Monday, MLK Day, we might have some sports. But for now, we're going to send you adieu, folks. Thank you for watching.